Okay, children, good morning. Today we are going to learn Abraham Lincoln's letter to his son's teacher. Yesterday I had discussed about Abraham Lincoln. Children, let me tell you about Abraham Lincoln first. Already I have discussed about Abraham Lincoln. Who is Abraham Lincoln? Abraham Lincoln is a very famous personality. Every one of you know Abraham Lincoln. He's a president of USA, right? And I told you yesterday that his story is really inspiring because his life is full of failure, but still he did not give up. And such a great person he is. His poem also is a wonderful one because his poem is one of the most inspirational poems or letters ever written by any father or any parent to his son's teacher. So Abraham Lincoln, before that I would like to tell you one thing. A Chinese proverb says, it takes a village, it takes a village, it takes a village to raise a child. To raise a child. Children, you will think our family, our parents raise us, we become grown up, right? School is definitely a platform. Even family, I told you, society, family and school, they make a trio and your personality, your character building is done there. According to a Chinese proverb, it takes a village to raise a child means raising a child is not a business of only one person or only one family. It takes a village. A village is like a global, you can say, society. Here the village itself is a society, plays a very important role in the upbringing of a child. Okay, this story, this poem, this is a letter written by Abraham Lincoln to his son's teacher. It is full of expectations, my dear friends. It is full of expectations. It focuses on many human values. Children, I am writing the word human values. You are talking about so many values. We discuss about so many values. Can you list some of the values? Okay, I will tell you the value. Value of honesty, value of hard work, right? Patience, then optimism, then self-respect, self-confidence, okay, gentleness or politeness, you can say. Okay, there are so many values are there. Value of honesty, hard work, patience, optimism. Optimism is positivity, positive thinking, right? Self-respect and self-confidence. Self-respect, self-confidence, gentleness. Children, these, etc. I am writing these values. These all values are focused in this poem, Abraham Lincoln's letter to his son's teacher. Okay. First I will give you the model reading of the poem. Then we will discuss the poem in detail, stanza wise. Okay. But before that, let me tell you about something about Abraham Lincoln. Actually, he was born in the year 1809 and died in the year 1865. He was the 60th president of the United States of America, born to parents who struggled to make living in Kentucky. Lincoln made great efforts to acquire knowledge. An outspoken opponent of the system of slavery, Lincoln defeated the Confederacy in the American Civil War and introduced the measures that abolished it. Children, slavery was a curse, right? You might have studied about Nelson Mandela, you might have heard about Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, even in India, Dr. Ambedkar, they have all fought against this racial discrimination. And slavery is also one of the curses for the society. Children, slavery is never good, right? Let me tell you that. Slavery kills the human rights. When we are keeping someone as a slave, we kill their human rights. Why there is a fight for fundamental rights? Why there is everywhere we are speaking about our fundamental rights, fundamental duties, right? The Constitution of India has conferred us all these things. Children, this person fought against the racial discrimination, Abraham Lincoln, and he was the 16th president of United Nations, USA, right? Okay. Then this poem is really a request to us teacher, especially his son's teacher, to bring out many values in his child. And how a teacher, because Abraham Lincoln believes that only a teacher can make lot of changes to his son's life. Children, teacher always makes a difference to every student's life. So always one should be very grateful to the teacher, okay? Because the ladder of success, when you climb the ladder of success, always there is a teacher who holds you so that you should not fall down, right? Along with your parents and society members. They also play a very important role. Let me read out this poem. Before that, I will read out pre-reading activity. Your parents have very carefully chosen a school for you. Sai Niketan, obviously. They have chosen a school for you because they know your future will be in the safest hands, right? What do you think are their expectations from the school? If you are discussing in the last 10 minutes, this question I will discuss with you, get ready with your answers. What are your parents' expectations from the school and ultimately from the teachers, right? Children, let me read out this poem for you. Listen how I read. This poem is very, very, I tell you, very inspirational, very motivational. This has motivated me. I'm sure this will definitely motivate you all. Let me read this poem. He will have to learn, I know, that all men are not just, all men are not true. But teach him also that for every scoundrel there is a hero, that for every selfish politician there is a dedicated leader. Teach him for every enemy there is a friend. It will take time, I know, but teach him if you can that a dollar earned is far more value than 5 found. Teach him to learn to lose and also to enjoy winning. Steer him away from envy if you can. Teach him the secret of quiet laughter. Let him learn early that the bullies are the easiest to lick. Teach him if you can the wonder of books, but also give him quite time to ponder the eternal mystery of birds in the sky, bees in the sun, and the flowers on a green hillside. In the school, teach him it is far honorable to fail than to cheat. Teach him to have faith in his own ideas, even if everyone tells him they are wrong. Teach him to be gentle with the gentle people and tough with tough. Try to give my son the strength not to follow the crowd when everyone is getting on the bandwagon. Teach him to listen to all men, but teach him to filter all he hears on a screen of truth and take only good that comes through. Teach him if you can how to laugh when he is sad. Teach him there is no shame in tears. Teach him to scoff at cynics and to beware of too much sweetness. Teach him to sell his brawn and brain to the highest bidders, but never to put a price tag on his soul. Teach him to close his ears to a howling mob and to stand and fight if he thinks he's right. Treat him gently, but do not cuddle him, because only the test of fire makes fine steel. Let him have the courage to be patient, to be impatient. Let him have the patience to be brave. Teach him always to have sublime faith in himself, because then he will have sublime faith in mankind. This is a big order, but see what you can do. He is such a fine little fellow, my son. Children, when you read the poem, you will at least come to know, definitely you will come to know. These all points are focused here. When last stanza, when you are considering the last stanza, what Abraham Lincoln says that this is a big order, this is a big deal. You can say this one is a big order. Why do you think this is a big order? Because teaching these all qualities, children, let me tell you that after having all these qualities in yourself, you are going to become a very perfect person. And making a person perfect is really a big challenge, is really a tough challenge. So Abraham Lincoln says that this is a big order because it's not a child's play, right? Many people say that what is a teacher's role? Teacher just teaches the books. But children, let me tell these people that teacher is not only teaching the book, teacher is teaching the values of life. Teacher is teaching the children how to stand on their own feet. Teacher is teaching them about their self-respect, about their self-discipline, about so many other values. Punctuality, obedience, and whatnot. So it is quite difficult to describe a teacher in words. It's really quite difficult. So always be grateful towards your teachers. Teachers' Day is coming soon. Teachers' Day, only just say wishing the teachers happy Teachers' Day is not enough for students, right? Even I am a student of my life. My life is my teacher. Okay. So we should be always grateful. Even I am very grateful to my teachers who taught me during my high school or school. Whenever I go to my village, I meet them, right? Not everyone, but at least whoever possible. Many of them have already they have lost their lives, or you can say they have perished. Children, let me come to this point. First stanza, let me read again. In the first stanza, what he says, he will have to learn. Children, the word he. Children, the word he is nobody, none other than Abraham Lincoln's son. Who is this? He, Abraham Lincoln's son. He will have to learn, I know, that all men are not just. Children, justice. You know the word just, justice. We are talking about just. Just means loyal. You can take just means loyal, faithful, honest. Children, in the first paragraph, he is focusing on the quality of being honest or honesty. Tell my son that the world is filled with crooks, crooked people. Crooks means dishonest people, right? So, all men are not true. Children, when your parents also keep telling you that this world is filled with some crooks, dishonest people, isn't it? All men are not true, all men are not honest. Your parents keep telling you, all men are not honest. In the world also you face, as you are growing, when you complete your school, when you start going to college, or when you, after completion your degrees, you take up any job or business, that time you will meet number of people. And then you realize that why I told my life is my best teacher, because let me tell you, experience is the best teacher, because what experience can teach, nobody can teach. So children, learn from the experience, isn't it? So, in the world is filled with honest as well as dishonest people. So, teach my son to identify who is honest and who is dishonest, who is truthful and who is a liar. Because as a child, Abraham Lincoln's son is very innocent. He doesn't know who is, he cannot make out the intention of the people. All men are not true, but teach him also that for every scoundrel there is a hero. Scoundrel means a very dishonest person. Right now, scoundrel means a very dishonest person, immoral person, you can say. But teach my son that for every scoundrel there is a hero. What do you mean by hero? Hero doesn't mean that film star. Hero means one who does a great job for the society, for the mankind, for the development of the society. Right? That is hero Mahatma Gandhi, Dr. Ambedkar, Jesus Christ, Mahavira, right? Prophet Muhammad. These all, they are all great heroes. You can say Mother Teresa, isn't it? So many are there. Okay. They are all great heroes because they have brought great reformation in the civilizations, in the societies, right? And teach him that for every scoundrel there is a hero, for every selfish politician there is a dedicated leader. Children, Abraham Lincoln, definitely he himself is a dedicated leader. He is a politician. Lincoln himself is a politician. I told you he is a politician. He is a very dedicated politician. Children, there are selfish politicians. Okay, we should not take the names of these people. There are definitely selfish politicians around us, but ultimately, simultaneously, we have a number of dedicated politicians also. So this shows that optimism, which quality is focused here, children? Optimism means positivity. Abraham Lincoln tells his son's teacher that do not spoil my child's mind telling that all people are worst. Many people tell you, hey, this is worst. Everybody is doing that. Children, always be positive, right? Because why it is very important to be positive? Because the world is filled with the crooks, the world is filled with the dishonest people, but simultaneously we have a number of heroes, dedicated politicians, and teach my son that there is, for every selfish politician there is a dedicated leader, for every scoundrel there is a hero. I hope first stanza is clear to you. Understood? Because children, this stanza focuses on the faith in the humanity. Okay, and positive and negative are the two sides of the coin. His son must learn at the early age what is right and what is wrong. Okay, that is one. Let me go to the second stanza. Teach him, for every enemy there is a friend. Enemy. Okay, there is a friend. It will take time, I know. Children, it is. If I ask you the question, should we have the enemies? Definitely you will take no, sir, because being enemy of someone is always troublesome. Being friend of someone is always good for you as well as your friend. But enmity that always ends in destruction, it is not good. So, if my son feels that the world is filled with enemies, you teach my son that for every enemy there is a friend. Okay, it means that he should make more and more friends. He should not believe in enmity. Mahatma Gandhi also has believed that my neighbor is my enemy. My neighbor is my friend. Everyone is my friend. Okay. It will take time, I know. What will take time? But teach him if you can. This is second sentence. What will take time, children? The next value is, that is value of labor or value of hard work. See, this point I am focusing now. The poet is focusing. It will take time, I know, but teach him if you can that $1 earned is of far more value than 5 pounds. Children, people believe that in a hush money. People believe in bribes. There are government officials, or there are even not only government I am talking about. There are people who are taking bribe, who are believing in the easy money. I am using the word easy money. What is the opposite of easy money? Hard earned money. The money which is earned by the sweat of one's brow, that is called as hard money. And person should always believe in the hard money, because easy money will never support your children. Always remember in your life, if you are taking money by cheating others, that money will be lost within a short span of time. But when you earn the money with your hard efforts, I guarantee you that in your life you will not lose that money. You try, you see, there are people who earn the money by taking bribes, by dishonest means, by foul means, and ultimately they lose the money by some or the other reason. Children, it will take time for my son to understand the value of labor, to understand the value of dignity of labor, to understand the value of money, that is earned money. It will take time, but teach my son. Because children, one thing did you notice? If you can, everywhere the poet is saying, if you can. You might think, sir, is he not believing in him? You may think, no, my dear friends. If you can means he's sure that only teacher can do it. He's sure that only teacher can do it. If you can, teach him to learn to lose. Children, please write down everything that I explained. Because at the end of this poem, you are going to write a summary, and I want to see your summary is made by yourself and not by any media like Google, right? I'm sure you can write your summary. Okay. Children, what was my point? Learn to lose. Children, this phrase itself indicates that learn to lose means accept defeat positively, without getting hurt, without getting depressed. Children, when we fail in the exam, yesterday we had a result of class 10, SSLC result was declared yesterday. Children, do you think that when we are getting good results, do you think we are happy? However we get the result, even 100%, even 98% also we are not happy, because we are always looking for the best. And what is the best? 100 out of 100 if you score also, I don't think you will be satisfied. Because human mind is never satisfied. One thing, let me tell you that one failure may destroy some people's life. Children, believe me, always believe me what I am saying. Failures actually make you strong. Failures do not break you. Failures actually make you strong. And never get distracted, never get disappointed by one failure, because failure is the first step of success. When you failed Abraham Lincoln's life, why I am telling you, this person has told his teacher, because he has learned, he has been failure. Every time he had been a failure, he never saw success. Only when he became a president, he saw success first time. Can you imagine if this person, any other person would have lost interest in the politics? Children, from 26 years till 52 years he was a failure in politics. 26 years to 52 years he was a failure in politics, Abraham Lincoln. Did he give up? He never gave up, because he knew that even at the age of 52, I can become a president of the country. Like USA, the superpower. It's not a joke, children. And one more thing I forgot to tell you, that he is a black president. And you know that black people, forget about being a president, they were not given their legitimate rights. Even the rights of survival were not given to these slaves. And he is from a slave category, you can say. Is a Negro, you can say, as a black person who became the first president of the mighty country like USA. That's not a joke. Let me come to the point. Learn to lose. Teach my son to learn to lose. Because children, always winning is not important. Sometimes we must fail also in our life. Otherwise we never understand the importance of failure. If you succeed every time, children, it will be very difficult to digest failure, and that is why many people lose their lives by shock. They cannot tolerate the shock of failure. I rather tell you that you must face the failure. You must accept it. Accepting failure doesn't mean that you are a failure. I tell you one thing, always remember in your life. Falling down doesn't make you a failure, but lying down does. When you fell down, you are not failure, because still there is a chance you can stand up without anybody's support. But if you fall down and lie there, it means that you are a failure. So in life, you must fall down several times, but you should have the confidence that I will stand on my own. That is what confidence is. Okay, that's it. Children, $1 earned is more important than $5 found. $1, what is $1? I will ask you at the end of this lecture. You have to tell me what is $1. Okay. Like in India we have rupees. So $1 is equal to how many rupees, you will tell me. Okay. So many times we get 100 rupees note, 500 rupees note. What do you do generally? We use it for ourselves. But there are people who either donate to some orphanages, temples, or those who are needy, we give them the money. Children, imagine if you lose your money, how will you feel? In the same way, the person who has lost the money will be feeling. So always try to be in the shoes of other people, then you will never dare to do wrong things. So getting the easy money, finding the easy money is not good for you, but earning the money is important. You may earn little, but that should be your own. You may score little marks, but that should be your own, not only in terms of money, but in terms of everything that you get, that you try. Okay, that should be your own, that should be original, that should not be a copy. Okay. Children, success is when people start copying you. Success is not when you copy others. Success is when people will start copying you. That is the success. Okay. Respected Wali sir always says this. Okay. Next stanza. Teach him to learn to lose and also to enjoy winning. Children, when you are successful, when you get first rank, you will start dancing. Okay. But when you are failure, what will you do? You will start crying. You will lock yourself and you will start crying. You will stop talking to the people because it is a natural reaction of human beings towards the failure. But when you are successful, do you cry? You will share your success with others. You will enjoy. You will arrange you will throw party for your friends, isn't it? Children, Abraham Lincoln wants his son's teacher to teach him the value of accepting the failure without fear. I'm sorry, I did not write the word. Accept defeat without fear. You can write without fear is very important. Because when you accept a defeat, you should not be afraid. Okay, yes, I am failure. I accept it. But this is not my final test. This is not my final failure, because as I told you that this is one of the many milestones that you cross in the journey of your life. This is one of the steps that helps you to climb and reach the pinnacle of success. And what is pinnacle of success? Pinnacle is always the topmost point of something. The topmost point of temple or whatever is there, that is pinnacle. Pinnacle is always the topmost. So every step will lead you to the pinnacle of success. Steer him away from envy. Steer him away. Steer my son away. Steer means what? What is steer? Steer means drive my son away from envy. Children, envy means hatred. Envy means hatred. Enmity. Nowadays you see that there is a hatred is too much. Jealousy, you can say jealousy. Children, when our friend gets first rank, when you are getting second rank, obviously there will be a little jealousy in your mind. Arey, she got first rank, actually I wanted to get the first rank. Obviously it is natural. But children, try to control it. Because all emotions can be controlled. If you are not controlling these emotions, they will create a lot of problems for you physically as well as mental problems. Mental problems. Children, envy, remember the word envy, it's not envy. Envy means jealousy. Teach my son to go out of envy, go out of hatred if you can. Teach him the secret of quiet laughter. Children, he should laugh. But that laughter should be quiet, silent laughter within his heart. Many times you see the people, they are laughing very loud. Do you think that they are happy? They are not happy at all. It is said that the people who laugh louder or who always laugh or smile, they are not happy at all. Children, the quiet laughter, the laughter should be from the within. and teach my son to laugh when nobody is there. He should laugh alone. That is real happiness, isn't it? And laugh without any reason. Let him learn early that the bullies are the easiest to lick. Children, bully means one who is troubling others without any reason. Ragging. I hope you know the word ragging. Bullying others, troubling others, torturing others, snatching their money. There are a lot of bad things happening around. You see them. Okay, you're not helping them, okay, but you don't do that, isn't it? What he says that the bullies means the people who are troubling others are easiest to lick. Children, easiest to lick means they are going to be defeated soon, or they are going to be defeated early. In the world, who is going to be defeated? Do you think the person who knocks you down is a winner? No, my dear friends, that person is never a winner. Because these people who trouble others, their ultimate end is very near. They don't know that their end is there. Because destiny plays its role very fairly, I tell you. If you are really good to others, definitely the good will come to your way. If you are troubling others, if you are cheating others, definitely what you have done, it will come to your way one or the other day. You have to just wait for it. So Abraham Lincoln wants his son's teacher to teach him the value of patience, and he should be very gentle person. Children, gentle and bully are opposite words. Am I clear? When you see a person very gentle, very polite, very humble, very down to earth, you call that person, yes, he's a very wonderful person, you call. When you see a person who is always quarreling, who is always fighting, troubling, killing, pushing, hitting, that person is a bully, right? Dadagiri, what you say no, in Hindi, Dadagiri. You see there are people who are always there trying to be a Dada. Dadagiri, you know the Hindi word, isn't it? So here, my son should be always a gentle person. Mahatma Gandhi also has taught this gentleness is very important in life. Okay, children? It is not always necessary to reply with stone for a stone, right? Sometimes, your silence, your patience can win. Even the wildest personality you can win with your love, because love is the most powerful, and no other power can win love. I tell you honestly. Teach him if you can the wonder of books. What Lincoln tells his son's teacher, teach him the wonder of books, but also give him quiet time to ponder the eternal mystery of birds in the sky, bees in the sun, and the flowers on a green hill. Children, Abraham Lincoln wants his son's teacher to teach him the books, because being a teacher, the teacher must teach the book. But he tells him that do not stop only on teaching the books, but try to make my son ponder. Ponder means think about the mystery. He is using the word again and again, mystery. Children, mystery means surprises. Mystery means surprises that is not known to us. That is called as mystery. There are a number of mysteries. Children, every now and then there is a mystery. Mystery about the ants, mystery about the birds, mystery about the universe, mystery about the sky, mystery about the ocean, mystery about everything you can see. So teach my son not only to learn the books and become just a parrot of learning. Make my son, whatever he learns, he should think about it. He should implement in his day-to-day life. Then I will be sure that his education is completed. What is education? Education is not scoring the grades, marks. Education is when you are able to realize your responsibilities, your duties, and implement them in your practical behavior. Education is, after all, the transformation of your behavior. Right? It is not how much successful you have become in your life. So, I'm sure these 3-4 stanzas what I discussed, really they are very important, not only for Abraham Lincoln's son, but for you and me, for every one of those who are living on the earth as a human being. This is really a wonderful lesson. Okay, we'll discuss some of the things.